Let's get it. Aloha. What up, what up, what up? It's another Monday. This is technically the fourth Monday that I've been out here on the ship, so yay! Right now I'm going to talk about what I personally think is going to happen in 2021 for the music industry, especially for independent artists, especially from my perspective, which is a brand new independent artist who's just getting started. So one of the things that we've all noticed during this pandemic, since we've all had to stay inside so much, we've all had to switch to a virtual lifestyle. And for musicians, that meant live streaming, online concerts, online festivals. And for me, it doesn't flow. I don't like personally doing it. I've done one or two live streams and they really didn't hit home with me, because what I look forward to the most out of concerts and performances is getting to actually connect with the audience. So the audience not being there, not getting to have that interaction in real time with real people is a huge struggle for me. I feel like it's probably a struggle for other artists as well. Since there is so much downtime, and as an artist I don't have to concentrate so much on reaching out and booking myself to different venues and be all mixed up in that competitive world of trying to get seen at gigs, get paid at gigs, I have been focusing so much on the marketing side of music industry and of building a brand and turning yourself into a personal brand, which is something I've spoken about before I really struggle with, but I'm trying to find the good in that of promoting myself, trying to get the message out there for all the good reasons. Learning a lot about social media, learning about YouTube, learning about algorithms and how to push streaming. It's all really, it's just, it doesn't feel artistic. The business side and the artist side, those two are like opposite magnets. They just push against each other. Transitioning back out of the live streaming and virtual concerts is drive-in concerts. And I really like that concept. It's like going to a drive-in movie. But also, it's hard for me to conceptualize the connection between the watchers and the performers. We've all been to concerts, and there's something about the feeling of being in a concert that you can't get while you're sitting in a car watching. That's like a giant TV screen. I think in 2021 we are going to start having venues play music again, but there is going to probably be some really strict guidelines. A performer, I think, in 2021 and beyond is going to really have to learn how to step up as an entertainer. And so that's going to be an amazing challenge for us as artists. What I also think that's going to happen in 2021, and it's kind of a throwback, it's going to be something that I hope happens, is people are going to be hosting a lot more backyard concerts. So the limit of the people isn't as much of a threat, but the live music aspect and the connection of the audience and the performer is still there. It's just going to be a lot smaller scale. But I think that's really positive because it's going to be so much more intimate of a setting. I mean, you get to chill in somebody's backyard, pretty much sing around the campfire with homies. And I love that idea. I've always loved that idea. I think that's an excellent thing to bring back into the music industry. Scaling it back is really going to bring personal growth and depth, I think, back into an industry that is so focused on the monetary value of a beat or of a person as an advertisement or as an idol. It's going to scale it back, bring music back into the soul, in my opinion, which I love that idea. I think we've been missing that, and I'm so excited to be a part of that regrowth process. The last thing that I think is going to happen, and these are just my thoughts, in 2021 is there's going to be a huge shift in how musicians get paid. I think at the end of 2019 and right before we got into this global pandemic, everybody was making their money off of touring and off of their merchandise, because selling CDs really isn't a thing anymore after all of these streaming platforms came out and are giving music away pretty much for free. So the streams are going to be important, yes, for everybody to have face value and get heard, get on a algorithm, get on a playlist that pushes them to new people who are going to discover them. But I think the most important thing that we can do as artists now is get into the nonprofit world and actually start raising the money that we make in combination with music and putting it towards something that we really, really care about. Making our art contribute to back into the community and be helpful full circle, instead of making the music that we know people want to hear, raking in the cash, and then showing it off. Maybe what we can do now with this reset button that we're being presented with is working with the community to raise money for a better cause, plus just enough to live and be happy and travel. I think that sounds, in my opinion, like a way better lifestyle anyways, because it keeps you at the same level as everybody else. It doesn't turn anybody into a demigod or somebody that they're expected to be, but they can't personally handle because they're just a human being. Despite the radical changes that are happening in the music industry, I actually think that this changeover is going to be a beautiful, beautiful evolution into a better music industry. And I believe that with all of my heart, that we're going to turn the music industry into something that holds so much more value than just monetary value for the artists. I hope you're with me on this. I'm itching to get back into the studio. I'm itching to start singing. I'm writing some new songs. I'm working really hard with the band Aromat, and I can't wait to share with you what we've got. So stay tuned. We have a single dropping in the next couple of months. It's called Along the Lines. You can follow along with the Aromat band story through this Instagram. This is my personal Instagram if you just found me and you want to follow along with my story. And I'm so glad that you guys are with me, and thank you so much for continuing to show up, continuing to show support. If you want to, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next Monday. I love you. Mwah.